chicos, estamos en directo. Empezamos donde lo dejamos, en la primera misión de Prime, y empezamos a jugar Mass Effect 1. Como dije anteriormente, este es el
gas bags. Don't worry, they're harmless.
Esta es la primera misión de esta aventura con Shepard. Está bien. Vale, explico. En esta pantalla están todas las órdenes que pueden tener. Se para el juego no funciona, queda en pausa, y puedes escoger un hace que elenco es especialista en armas, en pistola, y estas son las habilidades de ellos. Él es un soldado, entonces especialista en fusil de asalto. Y aquí está la arma que usa Shepard. Como en el video anterior escogí como fusil de asalto, es especialista de rifle y francotirador. Entonces el francotirador, segundo, el francotirador, como son infiltrados, es ¿cómo se llama esto? Es especialista francotirador y el fusil de asalto. Y la pistola. ¿Por qué especialista del rifle? Porque como terminé el juego, lo da, ¿cómo se llama esto? Nos da la especialidad de esto, el talento. Y aquí están los otros talentos, que sería sobrecarga y sabotaje. En este apartado pueden dejar la habilidad que tienen las personas. Puede ser elenco, puede ser, ¿cómo se llama este? Jenkins. Y con el número, el teclado numérico, por decirlo así, está el 1 y el 2. Con los números 1 y 2 pueden hacer eso. Vale. Más adelante tengo pelotón, como dije anteriormente. Cada habilidad te da más cosas. Póngase que ponte la pistola, te da aumento de daño un 5% y aumento de puntería un 10%. ¿Se entiende? Aquí también puedes subirlo manualmente o automáticamente las habilidades de las otras personas. ¿Me entiendes? Aquí lanzamiento, barrera, alzamiento, éxtasis, electrónica, primer auxilio, decodificación, médico, centinela. Él es un centinela, es como, entre comillas, un mago, por decirlo así. Aquí está el Jenkins, que es especialista en soldado. El soldado puede utilizar todo: la escopeta, pistola, rifle, asalto, francotirador, armadura, primer auxilio, entrenamiento de asalto, forma física y soldado. ¿Me entiendes? Aquí está el códice, como lo expliqué ayer. Y aquí está el diario, esas son las misiones. Vamos. A veces los personajes a veces hablan entre sí, o pueden apretar la E para
Oh God,
hablar.
what happened here?
Aquí no usan, ¿cómo se llama?
I think we got him, Commander.
Municiones. Pero, como ven, esa rayita, donde está el francotirador, abajo hay una rayita. Esa rayita se sobrecarga la arma. Miren. No se puede disparar. ¿Entiendes? Tienen que, ¿cómo se llama? Enfriarse para disparar antes. Después.
Ripped right through his shields. Never had a chance.
We'll see that he receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I need you to stay focused.
Aye, aye, sir.
Otra cosa que también pueden cubrirse para que no dispare. Igual que pueden darle órdenes a la otra persona, al otro personaje para que se cubra o reagruparse.
On my way.
¿Entiendes? Con la E pueden correr, por si acaso.
Some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
Obviamente, cada planeta tiene su bioma y su fauna, flora y fauna. Es una fauna, es un animal propio de Eden Prime. Como dije antes, muy complejo el juego. Vale, aquí les explico. Una principal. Esos robots son que más adelante les explico con los días de cada raza.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Como le expliqué, aquí está el bueno, neutro y malo, por decirlo así.
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, sir. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
Vale, como expliqué aquí anteriormente, esto es directamente por decir que lo fallamos o investigar un poquito más. Como dije antes, los Geth son una raza sintética que los quarianos lo hicieron y se les fue las manos. Entonces quedaron como son inteligencia artificial, por decirlo así.
What else do you know about the Geth?
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile. Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
No leo porque leo mal. Disculpen eso. Pero es así. Si pueden, leen tan los subtítulos y pueden leerlo. Pueden pausarlo, leerlo, como les plazca.
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
Cualquier consejo, crítica, me dice. Como soy nuevo.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
Move out.
The beacon's at the far end of this trench.
Vale, estas cosas son mejoras. Mientras más niveles, más mejora, por decirlo así. Póngase. Vamos a subir de level. Ah, no, vale, aquí las mejoras es eso. ¿Entienden? Mientras más niveles tengamos, mejor. Entonces, antipersonal. Este proyectil está diseñado para rasgar la carne u otras materiales orgánicas, por lo que son especialmente efectivos contra los objetivos vivos. Más 15% de daño contra orgánicos. ¿Entienden? Esta es la otra munición de impacto. La munición de impacto, también conocido como proyectiles chato, está diseñada para aplanarse al impacto, lo que aumenta la calidad de fuerza física que se transfiere en el objetivo, más 20% a la fuerza de arma. ¿Entienden? Entonces, mientras más nivel tenga Shepard, mejor. Cabe decir también, cada personaje tiene más, puedes mejorar el armamento. ¿Me entienden? Está el rifle de asalto, la escopeta, la pistola, el fusil francotirador, la granada, omni herramienta que es eso, y la armadura. También la armadura tiene mejora, todo tiene mejora. Es como un shooter RPG, por decirlo así. ¿Entiendes?
Hostile contact!
Como ven ahí subido. Con la G pueden disparar, o sea, tirar la granada. O sea, como subimos del nivel, podemos subir las cosas, los talentos. Lo dio 6, ¿cómo se llama? 6 puntos para gastar en pistola, francotirador, cosas así. Yo le voy a dar pistola y electrónica. Mientras más en electrónica, más algunos tienen más, ¿cómo se llama? No era. Lo siento, era decodificador. Electrónica, es eso, para abrir las cajas. Como tengo automático, las cosas suben solo ellos. Veamos, elenco, lanzamiento. Vale, el codificador. Lo otro, póngase que yo no tengo codificador, por decirlo así, pero un personaje tiene más decodificador que yo. Puedo abrir otra cosa. Póngase que este tiene aquí puedo abrir objetos en dificultad difícil, por decirlo así. Como yo no tengo decodificador, puedo abrir fáciles. ¿Entiendes?
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out.
Vale.
I'll wait for you there.
Estas balizas, por decirlo así, como están los Reaper o los segadores, convierten al ser humano a los cascarones. Más adelante sale.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
Ahí están.
It's a good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up.
Pasa un tiempo y se convierten a eso, los seres humanos.
Oh God, they're still alive.
What did the Geth do to them? That door is closed. Security lock's engaged.
Vale, aquí, como dice, decodificador fácil. Como tenemos decodificador fácil, podemos hacer, hay como un minijuego, tiene que llegar al medio, por decirlo así. No tiene que tocar esos rojos, sino se va para atrás. ¿Vieron? Ahí lo hice. Entonces, se abre.
Humans. Thank the Maker.
Hurry, close the door before they come
El
back.
manual, por decirlo así, predice lo que puede suceder más adelante en el 2 o en el 3. Más concretamente en el 3.
Don't worry, we'll protect you.
Thank you. I think we'll be okay now. It looks like everyone's gone.
You're Dr. Warren, the one in charge of the excavation. Do you know what happened to the beacon?
It was moved to the spaceport this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to help pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast. 1 second we were gathering up our equipment. The next we were hiding in the shed while the Geth swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the destroyers, bringers of darkness, heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
Did you notice a Turian in the area?
I saw him, the Prophet, leader of the enemy. He was here before the attack. That's impossible. Nihilus was with us in the Normandy before the attack. He couldn't have been here.
I'm sorry, Manuel's still a bit unsettled. We haven't seen your Turian. We've been hiding in here since the attack.
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
It's some type of data module from a galaxy-wide communications network. Remarkably well preserved. It could be the greatest scientific discovery of our lifetime. Miraculous new technologies, groundbreaking medical advances. Who knows what secrets are locked inside?
We have unearthed the heart of evil, awakened the beast, unleashed the darkness.
Manuel, please. This isn't the time.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape, no hope? No, I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
Say goodnight, Manuel.
You cannot silence the truth. My voice must be heard.
Oh my God! What did you do?
That might have been a little extreme, Commander.
You can't just go around whacking people in the head.
It was only a matter of time until he did something crazy. and dangerous.
I suppose you're right. By the time he wakes up, the meds will have kicked in.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
Good luck, Commander.
Aquí está la misión. Habla con el capitán, dirige bla bla bla, haciendo el espacio hacia el espacio puerto. Porque las tareas no hay tareas por el momento.
Combat hard suits use a dual-layer system to protect the wearer. The inner layer consists of fabric armor with kinetic padding. Areas that don't need to be flexible, such as the chest or shins, are reinforced with sheets of lightweight, ablative ceramic. The outer layer consists of automatically generated After the Geth secure a location, they round up and impale dead and living bodies on mechanical spikes. The spikes rapidly transform these victims into withered husks. The Geth are a humanoid race of networked AIs. They were roughly 1,200 years. 50,000 years ago, the Protheans were the only spacefaring species in the galaxy. Spectres are agents from... The Systems Alliance is an independent... The terminus systems are located on the far side of the Attican Traverse, beyond the space administered by the Citadel Council or claimed by the human system.
Vale, aquí Nailus, espectro, como va adelantado, como va en excursión, se encuentra ese personaje que es Sare, como el malo de la película, entre comillas. También es un espectro, pero
This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
Obviamente está mintiendo.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
Y como se ve ahí, lo mató. Vale. Esa nave que se ve ahí.
What is that? Off in the distance.
Es un
It's a ship. Look at the size of it.
Como ven, es una nave gigantesca. Vale.
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out, we're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
segundo. Un segundo. Vale.
You're okay now. Nobody's gonna hurt you.
Those things were crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
I still can't believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was all over.
It showed up right before the attack. Knew it was trouble the second I saw it, so we made a break for the sheds.
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned. Only it was coming from inside your own head.
It was probably trying to block communications.
Whatever it was, felt like it was tearing right through my skull. Almost made it impossible to think.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
You have something to tell me, Cole?
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring, nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
You're breaking the law, Cole.
We're not hurting anybody. Hell, most of the time I don't even know what's in the packages. Just thought there might be something we could use. I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
Vale. Como tenemos encanto, que sería como el justiciero, lo da otra opción. Como dije anteriormente, está en azul o rojo. El rojo, que sería este, sería como el villano, entre comillas, que no, como rebelde, mejor dicho. Mientras más rebeldes tenemos, podemos dar esa opción. Pero como está, como no tenemos rebeldía, no da la opción. Como hago clic, no hace nada. Pero como tenemos encanto, podemos decirle, eso es todo.
We're risking our lives to save this colony.
Otra opción.
You sure there's nothing else in here that could help us out?
Yeah, there's one more thing. I was gonna sell it after this was over, but you probably deserve it more than I do.
Diálogo, por decirlo así.
Who's your contact at the spaceport, Cole? What's his name?
He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
¿Vieron? Si no tuviera encanto, podría dar de acuerdo o adiós. Y no lo dará otro diálogo. ¿Entiendes?
He might have something to do with this whole attack, Cole. We need his name. It's important.
Yeah, okay, you're right. His name's Powell. Works the docks at the spaceport if he's still
sí, está
alive.
bien. Tiene razón, se llama Powell. Y él trabaja en los muelles del espacio puerto. Aunque no creo que siga vivo. ¿Entiendes? Y lo da más...
I have to go.
Good luck.
Y nos dio más virtud. Como... ¿Cómo se llama? Hicimos eso. Nos dio una pistola, Stinger 2 y una mejora de armas. Nos quedamos todo y lo da eso. Como es mejor, por decirlo así, nos da daño por segundo, más munición, entre comillas, por decirlo así, porque como sobrecarga, Nos da más espacio para tener sobrecarga de calor. Y puntería. Mucho mejor la que tengo ahora. ¿Entiendes? Y lo da más mejora. No tenemos pistola, tenemos escopeta. Como no uso escopeta, lo podemos dar a otro personaje, por decirlo así. Vale. Aquí tenemos otra armadura. Como dice, ligera humana, ligera turiana, que cada raza, por decirlo así, tiene su propia armadura. Y cambia la armadura. ¿Vieron? Cambia la armadura, chepa. Elenco. Tienen que revisar porque adentro puede haber como esto, y como es electrónica fácil, como yo tengo electrónica, ¿entienden? Es mejor, por decirlo así. Por eso le subí a electrónica. Si no tuviera, no podría abrir en la electrónica taquilla. Y lo da fusil de asalto, fusil francotirador y una armadura ligera. Lo tiramos todo y lo vemos. Y vemos. Vale. Esto lo da más calor, pero da daño contra orgánico. Entonces más, por decirlo así, es más fuerte.
Commander, it's Nihilus.
¿Vieron? Ahí está Nihilus. Ahí está muerto por Saren. Hay que buscar todo el espacio por todos lados, porque te pueden dar armas mejores, munición mejoras.
Something's moving over behind those
Tienen que
crates.
darse su tiempo en el juego.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
Sneaking up on us like that nearly got you killed.
I'm sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
I need to know how Nihilus died.
The other one got here first. He was waiting when your friend showed up. He called him Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
We were told a Prothean beacon was brought to the spaceport. What happened to it?
It's over on the other platform. Probably where that guy Saren was headed. He hopped on the cargo train right after he killed your friend. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started.
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift. I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You survived because you're lazy?
If you hadn't snuck off for that nap, you'd probably be dead just like all the others.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I don't really want to think about it.
You're Cole's contact here on the docks. For the smuggling ring.
Contrabando.
What? No! I mean, what does it matter now? So I'm a smuggler, who cares? My supervisor's dead, the entire crew's dead. Doesn't matter now, does it?
Anything hidden nearby that we could use against the Geth?
A shipment of grenades came through last week. Nobody notices if a few small pieces go missing from the military orders.
You greedy son of a bitch. We're out here trying to protect your sorry ass, and all you can think about is how you can rip us off?
I never thought you'd actually need those grenades. Who'd want to attack Eden Prime? We're just a bunch of farmers. How was I supposed to know?
Forget about him. He's not worth it.
You're lucky the commander's here, pal. Hand over those grenades.
They're yours. Take them. My smuggling days are over, I swear.
Vieron, aquí tengo justicia. No hubiera tenido, no lo hubieran dado.
A lot of Marines died here, Powell. Those grenades could have come in handy. If I were you, I'd think of some way to make it up to them.
Yeah, okay. There is something else I was saving. Could be worth a fortune. Experimental technology, top of the line. Take it. I don't need it. I didn't want anyone to get hurt. Really, I'm sorry.
Tell me about the Geth attack.
It was quick. 1 minute that ship was descending, the next, those Geth were swarming over the platform. Thousands of them. They must have been inside that mothership. They shot anything that moved. It was a massacre.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the beacon?
They brought it here this morning. We loaded it up onto the train and shipped it to the other platform. Hard to believe that was only a few hours ago. Feels like a whole other life.
Tell me about this mothership you saw.
I've never seen anything like it before. It was huge. Landed over near that platform. The whole place got dark as it came down. And it was making this noise, this sound that bored right into your brain. That's what woke me up. The attack came a few minutes later.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
Vale. Nos dieron una mejora de granada. Entonces, observamos. Pelotón. No. Equipo. Vamos a la granada. Le dio esa granada. Que hace un 10% de daño. 50 centímetros de radio, que es expansiva, y 10% a la fuerza del arma. Mucho mejor. Ahora tenemos que subir al tren. veces los enemigos los da cosas. Por ejemplo, el grande nos dio esto, una mejora de armadura. Veamos que los dio. Es esa, 10% a daño por aplastamiento. No podemos darle al Yankees. Ahí está. Buena. Cabe decir que también lo podemos, ¿cómo se llama? Vender las armas que no usamos. Sare.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Está la baliza.
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down! Me quedan unas granadas. Al lado izquierdo abajo dice cuántas granadas tenemos. Yo nunca dejé de pasar el tiempo. Nunca ha pasado más de 3 minutos. Buena. Ah, sí. Mierda. Dale, compadre, antes. Vamos a ver este. Por el momento no hay que ir a la baliza porque hay cosas.
como dije, tienen que buscar cada rincón porque nada dan cosas. Tienes que explorar, tener su tiempo, muy complejo todo. Otro francotirador, a ver cómo es. Es un poquito mejor, da más daño. Vamos a ver. No. Más escudo. Buena. No. Me gusta más. Porque, a ver, ¿por qué me gusta esa arma? Esa cosa. Porque da eso. Reducción de recarga. Mucho mejor. Esto le voy a dar perforante. Ahora vamos para la baliza.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is
Request immediate
amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up.
Cuando juegan con la mujer.
Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
En vez de Ashley es Alenko. Vale.
No, don't touch him! Too dangerous!
Y se rompió la baliza.
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime.
Y
The
un
Normandy,
Azari.
a
Más
human
adelante lo
alliance
van a decir
vessel.
quién
It
es.
was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
This human must be eliminated.
Doctor! Dr. Chakwas, I think he's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
Minor throbbing. Nothing serious. How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
Echando la culpa. O sea, echándose la culpa. Pero no es culpa de ella.
You had no way to know what would happen.
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. The lieutenant and I carried you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death? Destruction? Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Chief Williams isn't part of the Normandy crew.
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best. A living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Dice ahí, un espectro renegado es un gran problema y lo peor que Saren es muy peligroso y odia a los humanos.
Why? He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Aquí lo pregunta que hay una pista de Saren, viste algo, como vio esa visión, por decirlo así, se destruyó la baliza, pero es una señal que vienen los Reaper.
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
Aquí dice, una especie de advertencia.
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell them? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction, whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue, and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Vale. Ay.
Hey, Commander. I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. That means a lot from you. I've never met anyone who was awarded the Star of Terra.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
Combat hard suits. Medigel is a common medicinal salve used by paramedics, EMTs, and military personnel. It combines several useful applications: a local anesthetic, disinfectant, and clotting agent all in one. Once applied, the gel is designed to grip tight to flesh until subjected to a frequency of ultrasound. It is sealable against liquids, most notably blood, as well as contaminants and gases. The gel is a genetically engineered bioplasm created by the CERTA Foundation, a medical technology megacorp based on Earth. Technically, Medigel violates Council laws against genetic engineering, but to date, it has proved far too useful to ban.
No sabía que estaba prohibido.
The Citadel is an ancient deep space station, presumably constructed by the Protheans. Since the Prothean extinction, numerous species have come to call the Citadel home. It serves as the political, cultural, and financial capital of the galactic community. To represent their interests, most species maintain embassies on the Presidium, the Citadel's inner ring. The Citadel Tower in the center of the Presidium holds the Citadel Council chambers. Council affairs often have far-reaching effects on the rest of the galactic community. 5 arms, known as the wards, extend from the Presidium. Their inner surfaces have been built into cities, populated by millions of inhabitants from across the galaxy. The Citadel is virtually indestructible. If attacked, the station can close its arms to form a solid, impregnable shell. For as long as the station has existed, an enigmatic race called the Keepers has maintained it.
En el tren muy fundamental la ciudadela. Hay más cosas. Ahí están las especificaciones. 13 millones. 13.2 millones. Sin contar los cuidadores. Mucho. Es gigantesca. Vale. En CR1 Normandy tiene, por decirlo así, pisos. Aquí está la artillería, por decirlo así. Como ven aquí están las taquillas de los otros personajes. Ahora en este momento está Ashley y Kader, pero más adelante vamos a tener 4 personas más, como indica aquí, que son 4 más. Más adelante van a salir y quiénes son. Este oficial nos da suministro, o podemos vender o comprar cosas, ¿me entienden? Mientras más salgamos, por decirlo así, a otras ciudades, podemos tener comprar los suministros, y lo podemos comprar aquí. Para no ir a la ciudad donde están, podemos comprar eso para estar comprando aquí y vendiendo.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Tacaño.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Ahí están. Vale. Aquí dice cómo se llama, de dónde viene, o sea, qué compañía es, qué raro es y el precio. Son 24.500 créditos, o sí, se dice crédito. Y nosotros tenemos 1.400 créditos. Vamos a comprar esa y esa. Es un poco carito. Vamos a vender todo esto. Listo. Tenemos 1.400 que podemos comprar. Nada. Es un poquito carito. Y en esta parte está el motor, entre comillas, el núcleo de la nave.
Shame about Jenkins, Commander.
Este es un maco. Más adelante vamos a usarlo entre planetas.
glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Esa cosa gigantesca que está ahí se llama masa. Para saltar, como saltar en el sistema con sistema. Más rápido.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony!
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. He needs to be stopped. The Council has to listen to us.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Esto es una misión secundaria. Ahí lo dio la misión. Lectura en Nosor. Mientras estaba en la ciudad, descubierto el uniforme de la patrulla de Alianza. Esta menciona cierta adivinanza extraña. Actividad extraña en el sistema Hydra, en el cúmulo Argo-Rho. Ve el sistema Hydra en un cúmulo Argo-Rho e investiga. Es una tarea secundaria.
The Citadel is an ancient... The Council is an executive committee composed of representatives from the Asari Republics, the Turian hierarchy, and the Solarian Union. Though they have no official power over the independent governments of other species, the Council's decisions carry great weight throughout the galaxy. No single Council race is strong enough to defy the other two, and all have a vested interest in compromise and cooperation. Each of the Council species has general characteristics associated with the various aspects of governing the galaxy. The Asari are typically seen as diplomats and mediators. The Solarians gather intelligence and information. The Turians provide the bulk of the military and peacekeeping forces. Any species granted an embassy on the Citadel is considered an associate member, bound by the accords of the Citadel Conventions. Associate members may bring issues to the attention of the Council, though they have no input on the decision. The Human Systems Alliance became an associate member of the Citadel in 2165. The Mako infantry fighting vehicle was designed for the System Alliance's frigates. Though the interior is cramped, an M35 is small enough to be carried in the cargo bay and easily deployed on virtually any world. With its turreted 155mm mass accelerator and coaxially mounted machine gun, the Mako can provide a fire team with weapon support as well as mobility. Since Alliance Marines may be required to fight on any world, the Mako is environmentally sealed and equipped with microthrusters for use on low-gravity planetoids. The Mako is powered by a sealed hydrogen-oxygen fuel cell and includes a small Element 0 core. While not large enough to nullify the vehicle's mass, the core can reduce it enough to be safely airdropped. When used in conjunction with thrusters, it also allows the Mako to extricate itself from difficult terrain. Element 0 can increase or decrease the mass of a volume of space-time when subjected to an electrical current. With a positive current, mass is increased. With a negative current, mass is decreased. The stronger the current, the greater the magnitude of the dark energy mass effect. In space, low-mass fields allow FTL travel and inexpensive surface-to-orbit transit. High-mass fields create artificial gravity and push space debris away from vessels. In manufacturing, low-mass fields permit the creation of evenly blended alloys, while high-mass compaction creates dense, sturdy construction materials. The military makes extensive use of mobility-enhancing technologies, with Mass Effect utilizing fighting vehicles standard frontline issue in most military forces. Mass Effect fields are also essential in the creation of kinetic barriers or shields to protect against enemy fire. Omni-tools are handheld devices that combine a computer microframe, sensor analysis pack, and manufacturing fabricator.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide.
Es un salariano. es como un reptil que tiene un metabolismo muy rápido y alcanza una vida de 45 años más o menos. Entonces tiene superioridad, complejo de superioridad a otras razas, porque como tienen el metabolismo rápido, por decirlo así, lo encuentran lento. Entonces esa es la superioridad que tiene entre razas. Es como decirlo, que las otras razas son tontas. Mayormente los salarianos son como científicos. Este es un transporte rápido para ir de un lugar a otro en la ciudadela. Es útil para irse de un punto A a punto B. Ese personaje, uno de los favoritos míos, Garrus. Es muy importante más adelante.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Who were you just talking to?
That was Executor Palin, head of Citadel Security, my boss. He'll be presenting my findings on Saren to the Council.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. But he's a Spectre. Everything he touches is classified. I can't find any hard evidence.
I think the Council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Ya, al baño y vengo. Llegué.
You don't want to keep the Council waiting.
Una raza, no se sabe qué hacen, son los cuidadores de la ciudadela. No se sabe qué hacen en la ciudadela, pero supongo, hay una teoría, de esto hacen como la pulga en la ciudadela. Más adelante van a ver qué rol tienen los cuidadores.
The hearing's already started. Come on.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard, the one who let the beacon get destroyed.
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
Saren's hiding behind his position as a Spectre. You need to open your eyes.
What we need is evidence. So far, we've seen nothing.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
1000 años, por decirlo así. ¿Y por qué digo las Azaris? Porque tiene una sola género, que es mujer. Se pueden procrear con cualquier distinta raza, por decirlo así. Puede ser hombre o mujer. Y los bebés son Azari. No puede ser humano, turiano, salariano, Krogan, Elcon, Hanar y otras razas, por decirlo así.
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
No hay prueba.
This meeting is adjourned.
Saren se sacó vida en la búsqueda. Pero ahora buscar pistas.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago.
Ya lo conocía.
Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the executive.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Puede hacer lo que quiera.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Mil civiles inocentes. Mató.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars, it causes them.
I know how the world works, Commander. Sometimes you're forced to make unpleasant decisions. But only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
Sometimes 1,000 people must die so 1,000,000 can live.
But only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars, it causes them.
I know how the world works, Commander. But only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
The guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting him.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done, like you. They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation, but with him gone, things are still up in the air.
What's their command structure like?
There is no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals. The Council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of power, Shepard.
They sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100. But the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue, like Saren?
It doesn't happen often. The Council is careful when they select their candidates. But when something does go wrong, there's usually only one solution. Send another Spectre to bring the rogue agent down.
Es como los Yauja, por decirlo así. Los no, o sea, los sangrados, por decirlo así. Hay una parte que son renegados. Entonces los sangrados van a casa, a la casa de ellos. Como parecido.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game. And the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics. Doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
Tell me about Barlavon.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail. A financial genius. Doesn't do anything illegal, but he knows all the loopholes. He's got an impressive client list. Ambassadors, diplomats, Spectres. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
The Asari were the first species to discover the Citadel. When the Solarians arrived, it was the Asari who proposed the establishment of the Citadel Council to maintain peace throughout the galaxy. Since then, the Asari have served as the mediators and centrists of the Council. An all-female race, the Asari reproduce through a form of parthenogenesis. They can attune their nervous system to that of another individual of any gender and of any species to reproduce. This capability has led to the unseemly and inaccurate rumors about Asari promiscuity. Asari can live for over 1,000 years, passing through 3 stages of life. In the maiden stage, they wander restlessly, seeking new knowledge and experience. When the matron stage begins, they meld with interesting partners to produce their offspring. This ends when they reach the matriarch stage, where they assume the roles of leaders and counselors.
Con compañera interesante para así tener descendencia. El progreso termina en la etapa de matriarca, en que asume el papel de líder y consejeras.
The second species to join the Citadel, the Solarians, are warm-blooded amphibians with a hyperactive metabolism. Solarians think fast, talk fast, and move fast. To Solarians, other species seem sluggish and dull-witted. Unfortunately, their metabolic speed leaves them with a relatively short lifespan. Solarians over the age of 40 are a rarity. The Solarians were responsible for advancing the development of the primitive Krogan species to use as soldiers during the Rachni Wars. They were also behind the creation of the genophage bioweapon the Turians used to quell the Krogan rebellion several centuries later. Solarians are known for their observational capability and non-linear thinking. This manifests as an aptitude for research and espionage. They are constantly experimenting and inventing, and it is generally accepted that they always know more than they are letting on.
Aquí dice, también estuvieron detrás de la creación de armas biológicas como conocidas como genofagia. Genofagia es como decir así, como un virus que lo hicieron para los Krogan, para que sean infértiles, porque hubo una rebelión de los Krogan. ¿Me entienden? Entonces con eso reducieron la población de los Krogan y así lo tuvieron a raya. Vale, Aquí nos dan 3 misiones. El corredor sombrío, que tenemos que dirigirlo al banco del distrito financiero del presidio para hablar con Barlapón. La otra ir a, ¿cómo se llama?, buscar a Garrus. Y tenemos que investigar. Tenemos que encontrar pruebas que demuestren que Saren está relacionado con Geth. Esas son las 3 misiones de la ciudadela. Vale, chicos, aquí lo voy a dejar por el momento porque tengo que almorzar como ayer. Cualquier cosa, crítica, consejos, sugerencias, escriban en los comentarios, suscríbanse, den like al juego si les gusta, y lo dejamos aquí con Shepard, Ashley y Kaden. Vamos a guardar acá. Y eso sería, compañeros. Que tengan una buena tarde, un buen día. Y mañana vamos a seguir más.